And the disciples of John and of the Pharisees used to fast. This is referring to the followers of John the Baptist and the Pharisees. They were fasting, and they come and say unto him, referring to Jesus, why do the disciples of John and of the Pharisees fast, but thy disciples fast not? And Jesus said unto them, can the children of the bridechamber fast while the bridegroom is with them? The children of the bridechamber, referring to the guests of a room where the wedding is happening, can they fast while the bridegroom, which represents Jesus because he's the bride to his church, is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and then shall they fast in those days. No man also seweth a piece of new cloth on an old garment, else the new piece that filled it up taketh away from the old, and the rent is made worse, and the problem is made worse. So in verse 21, Jesus is speaking in form of a parable. The piece of new cloth represents Jesus' teachings, the new covenant, his kingdom, and the old garment represents the old religious traditions. So Jesus is saying, no man also seweth a piece of new cloth on an old garment, else the new piece that filled it up taketh away from the old. So basically, Jesus' new teachings cannot be patched unto the old religious practices, unto the old Jewish system. And no man putteth new wine into the old bottles, else the new wine doth burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred, but new wine must be put into new bottles. So in verse 22, he yet speaks of another parable. The new wine represents Jesus' new teachings, the new covenant and his kingdom, and the old bottles represent the religious practices. So he's saying, no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doth burst, and the bottles and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred, meaning ruined, but the new wine must be put into new bottles. So basically, the old Jewish religious practices will be ruined and damaged because the new covenant will be poured in them.